Hey guys, welcome to my 1 to 99 fletching guide for 2019. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the most efficient ways to get to 99 fletching as fast as possible. So jumping right into it, we're going to be going over 5 really useful items while you are training fletching, and the first one being the crystal knife. So the crystal knife is made by crystal singing with a crystal tool seed and 150 harmonic dust. And the buffs you can get from using the crystal knife, you can get a 5% chance of getting double arrow shafts from fletching logs, and you will also have a 5% chance of getting a strung bow instead of an unstrung bow. And so the next useful item is the portable fletcher, and this is probably the most important item for you guys to have when you are training fletching. So they do give a 10% XP boost and also a 10% chance to save logs when fletching, and it does exclude elder logs, but you won't want to be using elder logs anyway, as you'll see later in the video. You also get a 10% chance to save arrowheads and a 10% chance to save unfinished bolts and feathers. So this is overall a really great item. It gets you more XP and also saves you some money along the way. You will definitely want to be using a portable fletcher while you are training this skill. And an easy way to do this is actually by using the Portable's Discord chat. So I will be putting a link to their Discord in the description of this video. And there you'll basically be able to see what worlds and where each portable is located. So that is really nice and really useful. You won't need to spend money yourself on buying the portable fletchers, and they should be provided for you. So that will help you guys out a lot, so make sure you do that. Another pretty useful item is the Fletcher's outfit. Personally, I don't really go for the outfits at all, but it is a useful one. It does give you a 1% XP boost for each piece of equipment you are wearing, and the whole set will give you the 6% XP boost. So each piece can be obtained for 100 points from stealing creation, so that is one way you can get this item. You can also get it off treasure hunters, so you might have a few pieces in your bank. So definitely make sure you check and see if you have any before you start fletching. It would help you go through the grind a little bit faster. And so the next item is a Fletching Potion. It will boost your fletching level by 3 levels. There isn't much to say about this, but it will allow you to jump to the next training method 3 levels earlier. And lastly, we have the Wise Perk, which is an invention perk, and it can be placed on a weapon or a tool, and it will give you up to 3% more XP for up to 50,000 XP per day. Now moving on to some helpful quests. So there aren't really that many quests that give fletching XP, and most of these do require a decent fletching level before you can actually do the quest. So there isn't really any super helpful quest right at the beginning, but these quests can be pretty helpful throughout your grind to 99 fletching. Now, before I go ahead and show you guys the actual training methods, you need to make sure you know to set a preset when training fletching. So as you can see here, I set my preset for my logs, and this will make it much faster. So I can just start fletching, and whenever my inventory is completely done or I need to get more logs, I can just head back to my bank. And since the preset I set was in the number 1 slot, I can hit my keybind for number 1, and there you go. I will reload the inventory full of logs. So this is a really basic concept, but it will help you save a lot of time when fletching, especially when you are stringing the bows, which is the most cost-effective way of training fletching in the early levels. So now that you guys know the basics, we're going to jump into the training methods. At level 1 to level 25, you're going to want to be making headless arrows. So needed to level 25, you're going to need 7,845 arrow shafts, as well as the 7,845 feathers. And don't worry, you will be making 15 headless arrows every tick, and you will also be getting 15 XP for every set of 15 headless arrows, and the GP per XP is actually positive in this one, so you will be making 17 GP for every XP that you do gain. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, you should be at level 25 fletching. So now you're going to want to be making oak shield bows. Now there is 2 different ways you can do this. So you can either string the oak shield bows, or you can just fletch them, so fletch the unstrung oak shield bows. and you will be making profit for each of them, although if you do string them, you will be making more profit. So in this video, I'm going to be going over every method of stringing, but you can always do the alternative, which is just fletching the unstrung bows as well. You'll be getting the same amount of XP, but you will not be getting as much GP. So anyway, at level 25 to 35, you will need to fletch 583 oak shield bows, either stringing them or fletching the unstrung ones, and you will be getting 13.6 GP per XP if you are stringing them, so you will be making a pretty nice profit. Now moving on to the next one, so level 35 to 40, you're going to want to be making willow short bows. Again, you can string or unstring. Either way, you will want to be making 445 to get from level 35 to 40. And your XP per fletch is going to be 33.3 XP, and the GP per XP for stringing the willow short bows are going to be 7.96 GP per XP. From levels 40 to 50, you will want to be fletching 1,545 willow shield bows. And the XP per, you'll get around 41.5 XP per fletch, and you'll also be making 4.57 GP per XP if you are stringing these. For level 50 to either 52 or 55, you are going to be making maple short bows. So you're going to want to be making 447 if you're going to be going for level 52, and 1,307 if you're going to be going for level 55. Now I do have it broken up into level 52 and 55 because of this next method. So this is really where you get to make a decision on how much money you want to be spending versus how much XP you're going to be getting per hour. So if you decide to go to level 52, you will be able to do this really fast method of making broad arrows. So you can actually do this up until 99, and it's very quick. You're going to be needing 860,000 headless arrows and broad arrowheads to be doing this method, which will take around 19 hours to do. And this is actually pretty fast. The XP per hour is going to be 675,000 XP per hour, and you're going to be losing 95 GP every fletch, so that is going to be quite expensive. Overall, you should be spending around 80 mil to actually go from level 52 to 99. Now, of course, if you are doing this on double XP weekend, you're going to have to half that, so it's only going to cost you around 40 mil to get to 99 fletching on double XP, which is pretty reasonable. If you're not really someone who wants to be spending a lot of money on fletching, you can go ahead and make maple shield bows at level 55 fletching instead. So needed to get to level 65 fletching is going to be fletching 4,859 maple shield bows, either stringing or unstringing again. And the GP per XP is basically 0, so you're going to be breaking even from this method. And moving on to level 65 to 70, you're going to be able to fletch U short bows. And so needed to get to level 70 is going to be 4,270 U short bows. And the XP per fletch around 67.5, so still not really that great. And the GP per XP, so you are going to be making money if you are stringing them. So if you are going to be stringing U short bows, you'll be making around 7 GP per XP or around 470 GP per fletch. So you are going to be making some profit off this method. And so from levels 70 to 80, you're going to want to be making U shield bows. Needed to get to 70 to 80 is a pretty crazy number, so you're going to be needing 16,646 U shield bows. That is going to take you a long time, so you can probably switch to the broad arrowheads if you would like. That would definitely make this much faster. Alternatively, once you get to level 75 fletching, you can actually switch to the rune arrows. So fletching rune arrows is actually a really great method for training fletching. You should actually get around 560,000 fletching XP per hour by fletching these, which is a lot of XP. And needed to 99 is only 946,000 rune arrows. And it should only take 21 hours to fletch all of these arrows and get to 99 fletching, which is going to be a lot faster compared to fletching unstrung bows or even stringing bows. And so even the cost per arrow is actually pretty low at about 16 GP per arrow. And this means getting to 99 will only cost you around 15 million. So it did go down by quite a bit if you do decide to make the rune arrows compared to even making the broad arrows. But if you're someone who doesn't want to spend that much money training fletching, then you can go ahead and make magic short bows from level 80 to 85. Definitely not something I would want to do. You have to make 15,286 just to get these 5 levels. You'll actually be making around 8 mil once you do achieve these 5 levels. So that is nice, but it will take a really long time. And then so next at level 85 to level 90, you can make the magic shield bows. So another cheap method, you'll be making profit on these as well. You'll need to fletch around 22,817 of these to get to level 90 fletching. And overall, once you finish all of these magic shield bows, you should make around 10 mil profit, so that is pretty nice. Now looking at some of the more viable options to get to level 99 fletching or even 120 fletching. So we do have a lot of them, and some of them I have previously mentioned. So of course we have the rune arrows at level 75 fletching, and you'll get around 562,000 XP per hour. And they do cost very little at only 16 GP per arrow. For the broad arrows, you can actually unlock this at a lower level, 52, and you get more XP per hour at the 675,000 XP per hour. And the cost per GP here, you'll be losing 95 GP per arrow. And then at level 90, you can actually make the dragon arrows. So this, you actually get the same amount of XP per hour as the broad arrows, but they do cost just a little bit less. And then for the dark arrows and stalker arrows, those you probably shouldn't do since the rune darts are much better. So at level 81 fletching, you can actually fletch rune darts for over 1 mil XP per hour, and they do cost 174 GP per dart. So that is pretty expensive. That's why you may not want to do it, because it is a really expensive method. But getting over 1 mil XP per hour is really fast. And if you want a method that is even faster than rune darts, you can go with dragon darts at level 95 fletching. They'll get you around 1.5 mil XP per hour, and the cost per arrow or per fletch will be around 639 GP. So that is very expensive, but if you want to get fletching done really fast or even get to level 120 really fast, then you can do this. And I also want to mention that if you guys are training this on double XP weekend, then all of these XP per hours are actually doubled. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. If you guys have any questions about any of these methods or anything in this video, let me know in the comments. Also, if you're someone who enjoys RuneScape 3 content, subscribe and you won't be disappointed. Anyway guys, I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.